Hello, on this video, I'm gonna talk about the for loop. But first, let's understand what a loop is. So, every time you need to do something multiple times, instead of coding that thing multiple times, you just code whatever that thing is once, and then you put in a loop. So let's say I wanna display the word hi 10 times. So if that was the case, I would have to copy this line here 10 times, and then you would accomplish the task of displaying hi 10 times. But this is silly. So instead of doing this, you can use a loop. A loop is a code structure that allows you to do something multiple times, as many times as you want. There are many types of loops. However, in this video, I'll be talking about the for loop only. So to create the for loop, I'm gonna type for, and then I'm gonna double click right here on the for of this IntelliSense. And when I do that, Visual Studio creates for me the basic syntax of the for loop. So the for loop has three components right here on the top. Here is where it starts, here is where it ends, and here you have the increments. So let's go over one by one. So first we have size t. Size t is equivalent to a unsigned integer. So just to make it easier, I'm gonna put int here, but you can use size t if you want to. So it's gonna start when the integer I equals 0, and then here is where it ends. So I have a length here, but I'm gonna put 3 for now, and then here's an increment. And then inside, I can put whatever I wanna do multiple times. So let's say I wanna do something 10 times. So if I run this code, now it displays hi 10 times. And if I change the condition here of where it ends, let's say I want to put 2, then it displays the word hi twice. Now this condition here has to evaluate to true or false. You can make this expression as complex as you want. However, it must evaluate to true or false. And as long as this is true, then this loop keeps executing. And also, if I want to, right here in the middle, I can also display the I. So display hi and then the index from the loop, and I can just change this to whoever I want and then have that line repeats as many times as I want. Alright, so a couple of things here. So for loop is the loop that I like the most just because it's well organized. Everything here is on the top. But these things here can be optional, okay? So if I don't want to have anything here, it's totally okay. This loop is going to work just as fine. In this case here, I do have a infinite loop. So if I want to break the infinite loop, I can put the increment right here. So notice that right now there is nothing here. So if I run this code, it will work just as fine. This part is also optional. If I want it, I can remove this and place it outside the loop. And now I'm gonna have something like this. And if I run this, it's gonna run just as fine. And then finally, if I want to, I can also delete this thing here. And my for loop has absolutely nothing here inside. And if I run this code, it still runs. However, right now I have a infinite loop just because there is nothing to stop this loop. So if I put a break here, the break will stop the loop on the first time it loops. So the reason I'm showing you this here for you is to show you that the components right here of a for loop is optional. However, this is very, very, very ugly code. So The beauty about the for loop is that you can have everything well organized here in the top. So you should keep it this way, well organized and beautiful. So this here now is a beautiful code. Alright, so that's all for this video. Thanks for watching.